All right, hey guys, replacing the heater core in my 07 Volvo XC70. So I got a 2005. I think it's like 2001 through 2007 pretty much run a lot of the same parts, pretty much all the same parts. But to get out your heater core from the driver's side, now I've stripped this car, that's why the carpet's gone. This car here is a donor car. I've stripped pretty much everything out of it, you know, pretty much all the seats are gone, everything all the way back. Airbags and stuff. But anyways, back to this part here. Okay, this is your brake pedals up against this, and each time you push the brakes, you know, it's activating everything that needs to be activated for the brakes, whether it's your lights, ABS stuff, the computer controls and everything. It allows the computer to know that you're pressing on your brake. But this is in the way when you want to get out your heater core, okay? And a lot of people break these trying to get them out. And you're going to have to go buy yourself another one if you break this. It's important that you don't break it. You don't break the clips on it, the little clips right here. Okay? There's one right here. There's one right here, which isn't really a clip. It's really kind of a holder where it holds it off the bracket a little bit. But your two clips that are holding it in the bracket are on this side. This one right here where my thumb is. And it's got a sticker, and that's usually on the top side. And this is the bottom side usually. It's got the Volvo name on it, and there it is again. So I'm going to put this back up in the bracket after and show you pulling it out of the bracket, because it's super, super simple. But you got to take these certain steps in order to do it here. So I'm going to set the camera down and get both of my hands going so I can kind of show and explain things a little better. All right. Here's your bracket. Or here's your switch. So like I said, usually it's up in the bracket. You're looking at it. You're looking at this side of it usually. And the square bracket holds it right around here. And like I said, we're going to go put it in a minute. And here's one of your pins that you got to push in. The other one's on the top, but you don't have to push that in, okay? Now, what you need to do, you're looking at this. Now, this is two pieces here. Make sure this is pushed all the way forward, okay? You're going to push this all the way forward. Now, it might be all the way forward already, and it might be back a ways. Push it all the way forward. Make sure it doesn't want to go in anymore. And that's what it should kind of look like. You'll see this clip here is all the way to the front, and then it's locked in the squares. Okay, so push that all the way forward, and then your brake pedal is pushing right against this. Take this right here and push it all the way in, okay? Push that all the way in until it stops right there, okay? See how it stops right there? Okay, that's all the way in. Can't push it in any further. Okay, now that's going to allow for you to be able to push this clip right here. Oops, let me get this focus back in. Put my hand behind it like that, it'll be better. Now it's going to allow for you to push on this clip right here. Okay, it's down there, it's in the bracket. Okay, it's up against these stops right here, and you're going to be able to push that clip in. And like I said, it's in there like this, so you're underneath it, and you're gonna be underneath here, and you're gonna push up on that clip. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna be able to rotate it up like this. Now be real careful, you don't want to just rip it right up and out. Okay, push that pin in, rotate it up a little bit so the ear of that pin is just by the bracket, and then you should be able to just wiggle gently and rotate it out of the bracket. Okay, you don't have to push down the top. Real simple and easy. It sounds complicated, but I'm just going over it slow. Without this pushed all the way in, you're not going to get these, okay? Without this pushed all the way in, this whole setup isn't going to work right, okay? And then once you reinstall it, you got to make sure you pull this back out, okay? This is going to eliminate anything happening to this. And then when you push the brakes, you know, there's your brake switch, okay? There's your brake switch. I'm going to go put it in, and then we're going to take it out real quick. All right, guys, so there it is. It's back in, back set, okay? So got to remember, like I'm going to, let's see if I can do this here. I'm trying to hold the camera on light, and I'll show you guys this right quick. But, okay, I'm going to push the pedal off it with my head. I'm gonna hold it with my head, okay? I don't think I can do this. And then this right here, you gotta remember, we gotta push that in. See how that pushed in? Okay? I know this might be blurry and stuff, guys, but you heard that push in and stuff, right? Let me see if I can do this a little different. Hold on a second. I got an idea. All right, here we are. We're back. Okay. Now see, once the pedal's back in, it's back locked in. See how that popped backwards? That's resetting everything to where your car, because everything has a joint and everything has a little bit of play. Every car is a little bit different. Every car is a little more worn and stuff. So it's just a little thing to help it. But anyhow, so you got to take the pressure off your brake here. Okay. So I'm going to push it down. Personally, when I'm under the dash like this, I just hold it with my head right quick. Okay. And watch. Push that forward. See how that went forward? Okay. Push that all the way back. See how that went back? Okay. And then all we have to do now is just push up on that center right there, that black center. Okay. Is it focused? I hope it's focused enough. But we push up on this black center right here. And we'll be able to push this up a little bit. See how that kind of wants to rock up? That's what we're going to do with it. I'm going to have to move this out of the way. I won't be able to do it with the camera and me in the way. But really simple. Okay, guys? Push this forward. You're going to have the brake pedal pushed towards the floor. Hold it with your head or hold it with something. Push this forward. Push that white thing in, all the way in. And then push up on this black thing and rotate this, not rotate it, but push it up just a little bit, and you're going to be able to pull this out. This can only go in one way because there's an ear. There's an ear down here on this bracket, okay? So it can only go in one way. Here. Maybe when I pull it back out, I'll show you. But yeah, this is some shitty videotaping, huh? Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's that brake switch. You got to get it out to replace your heater core. That's what you got to do. Okay. Peace out. Much love.